Share San Francisco is a community-driven, participant-driven event to strengthen San Francisco as a platform for sharing. We deliberately designed Share San Francisco to do a couple of different things. First is to give people a basic sort of orientation of what the sharing economy is, to bring the level of knowledge to a basic shared level. So in the first part of the day, we had 3 conversation starter speakers, and really our goal for that was to show the ways that sharing was manifesting in 3 important areas of our society: government, nonprofit, and business.
So the mesh is, for me, a fundamental shift in our relationship with each other and the stuff in our lives. It's moving from, as Neil said, an orientation and aspiration of ownership to one in which access to goods, services, and people trumps ownership.
And so how do we make government more like open source? Community, I think, is really, really important. How do we start softening those edges? How do we start making those boundaries between government and our community more flexible and more receptive to interaction with our community?
The next part of the day was, well, okay, we've painted the big picture, let's fill in the painting a little bit. Things that they could actually engage in as a service or an idea.
Rentalic is, the name stands for rental in community. It started as a peer-to-peer rental platform, and we are now naming it as the community sharing platform because we're seeing renting is sharing. It's another way of sharing.
And so how it works is if you love food, if you love cooking, you sign up online, you post a meal, a menu, a price, and people sign up and they RSVP for your dinner.
So I'm a sharing lawyer, and my whole work is around helping people build this. And so I help people make agreements to share things or borrow things. I form organizations. I help people figure out how they want to allocate the liability and the risk that they're sharing. I constantly rack my brain around the tax issues.
Cestas populares, or lending circles, are really a common traditional form of lending to each other. A group of your friends, maybe 10 people, come together and they all agree to put $100 into a pot. So 10 people, $100, you have $1,000 now. So at any given month, somebody can actually access that $1,000. Next month, everybody does exactly the same thing. Somebody else, gets $1,000. The following month, everybody does it again, and somebody else has access to that money.
What we do at the Unconference is create a space that invites people in to use their own creativity and own imagination to lead conversations that are important to them, that relate somehow, though, to our focal question, which is how to strengthen San Francisco as a platform for sharing.
At Share San Francisco, I've really enjoyed the open dialogue with everyone, and specifically the unconference format, where you basically enable people to just have, whether it be spontaneous conversations or structured groups around a specific topic. I've also enjoyed meeting new entrepreneurs in the space.
That leads to the final hour, and this is the crux, I think, of the day, which is, we draw out some themes and make sense of it collectively of what happened today, but then also draw out ideas, actions that people can take. What might be the next steps? What projects might be connected together.
I've read about so many of the people that are here, all the entrepreneurs, people who are really taking this collaborative consumption movement forward. And finally, I was able to actually meet them and talk to them and sit in on sessions with them. That was really valuable for me.
The sharing economy is just getting started. I think we're on the precipice of something very big. I remember that all these ideas were crazy, and now they're more acceptable. And every time I come to events like this, there continues to be more and more ideas that make more and more sense.
I see something real and positive and empowering emerging. I feel like it's an unstoppable force. That's my sense of it. I mean, it's amazing who shows up. And they will share like you've never been shared with before. It's pretty special.